Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nuggets Don't Fly special interview. Today, I'm joined with the two usuals, Graham Crawford and Oliver Webb.
Hello, Shelby. Not
Hello.
the most exciting man on this week.
No, definitely not. Special guest is our first ever interview with Ciaran Frawley. How are you, Ciaran?
Very good, lads. Thanks for having
me. Pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So we're just gonna have a quick few questions with you here, a bit of banter, and just to get to know you. For any of the Scottish or non-Irish people listening, could you tell us a bit about yourself briefly and who you are even?
Yeah. Ciaran Frawley. I'm playing rugby at the moment with Leinster. I was born in Australia, which is a bit different to most of the lads on the team. It's predominantly St. Michael's, so it's not always nice to see another one come in. I would have went to a public school as well, so a lot of the guys I play with would be private schools players, and so there's a very few minority of us in there, including Conor O'Brien, Back Abdeladze, myself. Then there's younger guys coming through as well that you might know at the moment, but you'll definitely get to know them. Jamie Osborne's after breaking onto the scene there. He's another club kind of player, private school player if you want to call it, or public school, player if you want to call them that. I went to public schools, came up through the youth system, through the age grades, played under 19s where the schools and the clubs amalgamated, made one team, and then played under 20s, went to Georgia for the Junior World Cup, and then played a bit in UCD in 1A with DIL, and then eventually kicked on into Leinster Academy. So now I'm with Leinster and hopefully trying to kick on from here and get into the Irish squad at some stage.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. We'll just do the wee tradition here quickly. What drinks we've all got. Graham, what have you got today?
I've got a wee special green tea today. Just keeping the nerves all right.
Are you nervous?
Well, not too bad, no.
Ollie, what about yourself?
I'm keeping it professional as well. Same boat as Graham. The butterflies are here, so just the water for myself now. A pint afterwards, I'd say, but water for now.
Yeah, I can't say the same about myself. I'm on the IPA cans at the moment, just getting ready for the weekend. Ciaran, what have you got?
I just have orange cordial, so.
Sensible, man.
You're making me feel guilty here.
Sure, it's pressure hosting now, so you deserve it.
Ollie, do you want to start off with questions there?
I will, yeah. So Ciaran, just basically, I'd like to just get a feel for what a typical day for a Leinster player is. So just today's Tuesday, so your standard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just what you do from morning to evening, really, the daily routine.
Yeah, well, it depends what day the game is on as well. So if for example, this weekend playing on a Saturday, so we'll be in a Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, in Thursday, captain's run Friday, play Saturday. So Monday morning we come in, normally early enough. A lot of the lads come in for around 7, half 7, and they just get whatever individual prep they need to do. The first meetings at 9 o'clock in the morning, so that's a squad meeting. We'll all be there together, and we'll either review the game from the weekend we just played, and then we'll then start previewing. Come towards the end of that, we'll preview our opposition coming up. So after that, then the backs and the forwards will split, and the backs will go in to meeting at 10 o'clock. And you'll review it from a back's perspective the weekend before his game, and after that, then as you're doing that, the forwards are in the gym, and then we'll flip it on the hour, and at 11 o'clock we'll go into the gym. The forwards will go into the meeting, and then at about 12 o'clock is our lunch, and that's for an hour, and then at 1 o'clock we come back together as a squad for another meeting, just outlining what's going to happen in the session, again looking at the opposition we're going to play, focusing fully on that. We've parked our review of the previous weekend, and after that then we go into the gym, and we call it movement prep, where we pretty much switch our body on, get ready for the pitch session, and then we head out for pitch for about 2 o'clock, and that normally be 40-minute session. It's short, sharp kind of. And then on the Tuesday, it's pitches in the morning. And then the pitches around 10 o'clock in the morning. Again, we'll be in for about 9 o'clock for a meeting. And same again, you switch on out to pitch for 10. And then you'll have your lunch when you come back in off pitch. And then you're into meetings and gym again, and you flip it forwards and backs. And then obviously we finished early enough today. I think it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And tomorrow is our down day. Lads will go in, they'll get massages, or the likes of the 10s or the 12s, they'll go kicking. So tomorrow we're playing this weekend the RDS, so we'll go down to the RDS, we'll kick there and get a feel for it. And then Thursday's a lot shorter, sharper kind of day. That's just putting everything we've kind of been looking throughout the week into play. And Friday then, as I said, is our captain's run. Very short and sharp. That's only about like 30 minutes. Just like kind of run through the plays that we're going to use against the opposition, and then obviously game day.
So,
yeah, that's pretty much the Saturday game, and then on Friday it's pretty much very similar, but it's just we'd be in Monday, off Tuesday, in Wednesday, Thursday, game Friday.
Oh, brilliant answer, lovely stuff.
Yeah, very good.
No problem.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. So obviously he's had like Leinster is one of the biggest clubs in the world and one of the successful ones. You did get a narrow loss to Ospreys there last week. Sorry to bring it up. How would the like mood in the camp change? Like obviously these are all professionals and stuff. Like would that affect everyone, or would you just kind of keep the heads down and go again?
No, well, like especially this week, the importance of this week is obviously we have a final coming up against Munster, who we know are brilliant opposition. So look, I've learned now, like I've lost a few games, and it's not to really dwell on them. It's you have to just take it on the chin, really. Go into that 9 o'clock review, sometimes shaking. You don't want to look at what happened, but it's just so important that you learn from them. And that's what I've learned. It's not to be going in and keeping the head sort of down and like, oh, Janie, don't pick me out here. It's more so you speak up, you take control of the situation, you say what you've done wrong or whatever. And yeah, like the mood initially is probably like, Jesus, lads, like that was a bit of a blow up, like what happened there. But like once you go into review and you get down to the detail and you look carefully into it, it actually helps the rest of the squad, the lads that didn't play, and how you saw, like how you resolve them situations if they were to be in them. So yeah, we did that last 10 minutes. We just did a few things wrong, and we spoke about stuff on the field that we didn't implement. So yeah, it's just about having that control in the last 10 minutes and seeing out a game with a man down.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Definitely. Do you have a question there yourself then, Graham?
Yeah, Ciaran. So I was seeing you play. You like to play in a lot of positions. Like to see you playing centre a few weeks ago, and you're playing out half as well. I was wondering what your favourite position is on the pitch.
Interesting. I had a Zoom call with my old club Skerries, and pretty much the exact same question, what my favourite position was. And even with Skerries, I played 10, 12, 15. Like I played a lot. With under 20s, I played 12 and 13. So I won't back myself on the wing. Like I don't have pace at all. And 9, you have to be as fit as a fiddle. So yeah, at the moment, like I've mainly just been playing 10, 12, and this season especially I've just been playing 12. We've had a few injuries in that position, and then obviously with Robbie away with the internationals, it suited for me just to kind of slip in there and get the game time. So yeah, it's tough to know, because the game's kind of moving towards that kind of, if you look at the Owen Farrell, George Ford combination, and having them two kind of playmakers working together. So a lot of what I do at 12 is a lot of what I've done at 10, and it's just getting our shape, and that way it kind of works, because like myself and Harry Byrne have been doing a lot together in the games and on the training paddock. So it's enjoyable when it comes off. So I suppose it's hard to know. It's hard to know what my favourite position would be, because to be honest, I just enjoy playing, and I enjoy playing at 12 as well. So it is tough to answer that. Like I won't be able to say 10 is better than 12, but yeah, no, definitely it's just about getting the minutes under the belt, because obviously with COVID, especially at the moment, we went into that first lockdown, we didn't play for, I think it was 4 or 5 months. So getting that first game against you Ulster boys was brilliant. And
yeah, thanks a lot for that performance. Yeah, just to add on what Graham said, and you said it yourself, like 10 and 12 are quite similar positions, but like come match day and come the game, how would you yourself change your approach to a match in terms of like you're making your calls and communication with the 9, depending on what position you start?
Yeah, so a lot of the communication and the details done throughout the week. So we'll do a lot of prep on, as I said, the Monday, our tough sessions Tuesday, and then like as you're coming to the game, you're quite comfortable, and you're singing off the same hymn sheet, and it's about just giving as much clarity to the 10 as possible, because he has so much to deal with. He has to try to control the forwards or in and around the ruck, if you want to say, and what he used to have to do was control everything, so everything outside him as well. And that's where I think the way the modern game is going at the moment is having them 2 playmakers. And what I try to do is I try to organise everything outside Harry, for example, whoever's at 10, Harry or Ross or Johnny. I try to organise everything outside them so that they can organise quicker, and we can keep our speed of ball higher, play the game quicker, and that's ultimately what we want to do. So yeah, it's about just being clear and decisive, because any bit of indecision, and the forwards are kind of looking at you like, what the hell's going on? Like at the end of the day, they're cows. You just need to direct them, tell them where to go. And
bunch of cows.
Yeah. Speaking of 2 forwards there now, but I can understand your comments.
Yeah. You literally just have to direct them, and they'll that fire, and they'll jump in.
I know exactly what you mean by that look. They're like, what the hell are we supposed to do there? They want the instructions printed out for them.
Exactly, yeah. But like, it's the way it is, and if they can work at top speed, it's going to benefit you as well. So it's just having one call, just nice and clear for them. And then if you sound like you know what's going on, like at least it gives them that trust in you as well, and they'll keep listening to you.
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, sure, we'll go on to something a little bit less rugby related. Who is the Leinster team DJ? Who'd be the main man for the tunes on the bus and before and after the game?
Will Connors has bought himself a Dex, and he goes by the name DJ Dust, because he's had so many concussions that we call him Dusty Brain. So yeah, I'd say, well, he'd like to put his hand up and call himself the DJ on the team, but whenever it comes to the opportunity of actually playing his tunes, he never does, because his tunes are dust as well. So I'd say it's more so James for Gibson Park or Adam Byrne, King Kelleher, one of those 3.
Would there be any difference in music taste from like any of the like New Zealand boys and stuff like that, or Australians?
No, very well. I think Jamo or Gibson Park, he'd be very. I like his tunes. In fairness, they all have very good tunes, but Jamo will be quite chilled. Adzer and CK, they'd be more upbeat kind of. So like they're all good tunes. To be fair, I enjoy listening to them. I'll keep my phone well away from the aux game. Listening to One Direction, Ed Sheeran.
I'm not bad.
Not wrong with a bit of One Direction. Like.
Yeah. Can't beat it.
Very true, very true.
Yeah, if you weren't a professional rugby player, classic question here, what do you think you'd be at 9 to 5?
Peter Crouch. To be honest, I don't know. I have no idea, and it's one of the biggest fears for post rugby. It's what would I be? What would I be now? Like, I'd obviously be studying in college, and I'd be giving it a lot more effort than I am. But yeah, it's hard to know. Before I came, when I was in school, my dad was a pilot at one stage, and I would have liked to do something along them lines in aviation. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't put much thought into it, and focusing on rugby and at the moment anyway, and I still have my economics degree that I'm knocking away at in UCD, but I'll probably end up doing a master's in something that I'm really interested in later down the line.
You can be the fourth man in our podcast if you're ever stuck now.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. There's a job. I've been doing a bit of barbering for the lads as well.
Oh, have you?
You've seen a few stinky barnets on the TV. That's me. So,
Who did your lid?
Who did yours? Yeah.
The lad I'm living with. It's not too bad, is it?
That's not too bad. Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, it's not bad.
Could be worse. Now, you were saying earlier there, Ciaran, that during COVID, you were out for 4 or 5 months. Where would you be? So how'd you keep up in the training? How'd you keep yourself fit? How'd you keep?
Pretty much. I'm living right around the corner from UCD. So at the start, like obviously the first lockdown, everyone was just in their houses. There's 2K restriction, and there's a rugby pitch right beside the house. So I do my gym session down in the living room. We had a squat rack down there, so it worked perfectly. And Leinster were sending out all our kind of our gym programs, and we were having Zoom calls as well throughout, like telling us what to do, or else doing like a hit session over Zoom. And then they'd also send us out running to do with our GPSs. So we'd have the GPS on. It's not like you could hide away from the run. You had
Couldn't
to
cheat it or anything though. Couldn't stick it on the bike.
Yeah, you had to send it on, which was a bit of a pain some mornings, but it had to be done. And to be honest, it's what kept us fit. Like so, you do your gym in the morning, you do your run in the morning and your gym in the afternoon, kind of thing. But yeah, well, it was weird at the start, but once you got into a routine, it was actually quite nice, and I felt like put on so much more size over the COVID period than in the gym now, because obviously we're playing so much more games.
You didn't have Eva filling in for Johnny Sexton out in the pitch, did you?
Eva,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, no! I will never have her near the rugby pitch. She'd be good for ordering people around, but like,
yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you kind of had a break from rugby for a good while, and like I know you're still like only 23, but you've been in the game for a while with under 20s and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, was it nice in a strange way to like get a break from rugby, or were you just missing it from day one?
Yeah, you see, I remember playing against Leon in the RDS in one of the Champions Cup games, and your man Lambie, who plays for Leon, he smashed me late in the tackle, and he actually hit me on my right side, but it came through at my left side where I was feeling all the pain. So I remember my lower back was goosed for ages, and I was like, oh, here, like, what is going on? I couldn't get it right. I thought it was a problem with my bed. It took ages, but then obviously played a bit on it after that Leon game. And then lockdown came in, and to be honest, it was brilliant because like I wasn't playing any games to give my full body a rest, and it was my body was ultimately just saying thanks, and it was enjoying it. So I remember when I came back, like as I said, like I felt a lot like bigger, fitter, and it was quite a nice like de-wind from rugby. And I was living with two lads that didn't actually play. They don't play rugby, so it was nice just to be kind of like seeing what like kind of the normal student life is kind of like. Even though we were stuck in the house, it was more so just kind of living it the way they do, as well as doing my little bits on the side. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but I think it was like 3 or 4 months. It was just too long, and I was getting sick of it then, and we're all buzzing to get back.
Yeah, we're all buzzing to get back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ciaran, we saw one of your housemates earlier on, but who would be a few of your best mates on the Leinster squad? Who would be the boys you get on with the best?
Millen won't be near it. No, listen, he's a gent, but I'd be very close with Caelan Dart, Vak Abdeladze, Jordan Armour. Jimmy, like, and then just lads across the road, literally straight across the road, we're in Little Estate. So Jimmy O'Brien, Will Connors, Connor O'Brien, like we all have a good group. So all around similar age as well. So yeah.
I have a personal question here. This is my own curiosity. How many flavors of protein powder have you got?
I have 2, but I only like one. So I've vanilla ice cream and chocolate orange.
Ooh.
Yeah, not a fan.
What's chocolate orange like?
Yeah.
It's not great. I thought it'd be. I love Terry's chocolate orange, and I was like, I'll give this a crack, and nothing near it. It's horrible. Won't go near it.
Was the first one vanilla? Did you say
vanilla ice cream? Yeah, it's goes well with the overnight oats, so I highly recommend it.
Very good.
That's quite cool.
Well, sure. If we're going for the personal questions, Ciaran, I'd like to know your top 3 favorite animals. Just
animals.
Top 3 favorite animals.
And you can't say dogs or cats or anything.
No.
Domesticated pets, like.
Yeah, no. I'd be a fan of the baboon. So, but my granddad has like a baboon tattoo here. I don't know why. Like it's the only tattoo he has, and it's a baboon. So
Cool.
I remember as a kid, I always loved it, and then watching it on the TV, I just thought it was class. So quick, vicious little yoke. So yeah, baboon. I think everyone likes a lion, and an elephant.
Aye.
Good choice now.
I rate them.
Yeah,
big and slow like myself.
Graham, did you have a question about the kit and
the
stuff?
jerseys? Yeah. So Ciaran, every time you play a game, do you get new jerseys each time? And then if you do you keep the jerseys you actually play with?
I don't know if you get a new jersey each time you play. I know there's a number of, like, just say for example, there could be like 4 or 5 of the 12 jerseys, and they'll have them in different sizes. And I think what they do is they just wash them and bring them back. But on for your first appearance, for your first cap or whatever, the jersey you wear for that game is the one you take home with you.
Right.
So that's the only one you bring home. And then at the end of the season, because we get new jerseys every year, they'll throw out all the jerseys into like the dressing room, and then you can pick whatever one you want. So like I have a few number 6s, 20s, like 12s, 10s, 15s lying around. So yeah, like it's you'll only get to bring it home if it's your debut.
Aye.
So and with training kit and stuff, would you just like kind of get 2 of everything that you keep yourself, or how would that work?
Yeah, so at the start of the year, or the start of the season, sorry, you get your kind of suitcase, and it's full of gear, and you get 3 training jerseys, 3 training shorts, socks, the whole shebang, and then you get all the other gear with that, whether it's your gym gear, your match day gear. Yeah, you get quite a lot, like, and you end up just, I give it to my mates at the end of the year when you can't wear it anymore, so they're all delighted. Scavengers.
You could donate us some, so you could.
Pardon?
You could donate us some for.
I'll send you
Unbelievable.
Aye.
There's my what lever now.
Well, sure. We'll wrap it up with the biggest question of all. I think you're looking well there with the lid looking big. But what do the women think? Are there any women on the go at the moment?
No woman on the scene. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the other women think. I'm sure it's not great, but yeah, she likes the lid somehow. I don't know. I don't know how. Big orangutan looking thing, but yeah.
Good stuff. Happy days.
Yeah, thanks a million, lads.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ciaran.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ciaran, for joining us. And yeah, just to wrap up the interview, I think Graham's prepared a little something special for you.
Lovely, let's do it.
I got a wee poem set for you here, Ciaran. Right. Ciaran, you're a dreamer. Ciaran, you're a believer. Ciaran, you're a legend. Ciaran, you came to Ireland. Ciaran, we all love you. You've come on our podcast. You've made our dreams come true. Please spread the word, and we'll see you soon.
Let's go.
Brilliant.
I love it. Fucking brilliant.
Who said
Unbelievable.
Tupac was dead? Who said that?
Send that on to me, please. I want to keep it real before every game.
Do you have any rituals before a game actually, Ciaran?
No, I'm actually very chilled. On the day of a game, I play a bit of Warzone with the lads. Just don't really think too much of it, and then when it comes around to it, I'll just listen to sort of the same playlist. But other than that, like nothing really. Be fairly chilled.
All right, lads. Is that all our questions?
I think so. That was a phenomenal interview there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the future, boys. I'm telling you. Very good. I think the shirt's all a bluff. I definitely think you're just wearing jocks or something.
Here, I've got the shorts and socks on.
I should have worn a shirt for the crack.
So thank you very much, Ciaran, for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
No,
cheers, Ciaran. Thanks,
Cheers,
Ciaran.
Ciaran. It's very good, yeah.
And thanks, Graham and Ollie, for being great hosts.
No worries. Thanks, Chappie.
Yeah, thanks, Chappie.
So, yeah,
all the best, Ciaran, going forward now.
Yeah, Ciaran.
Thanks a million, boys.
All the best.
Good luck on the weekend, sure.
So yeah, thanks a million. Hopefully it goes well. Better than last week anyway.
So yeah, that'll wrap up today's episode. We'll probably see you next week at some point.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Get milling on for you next week.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, boys. All the best.
Thanks. See you.
Cheers, Ciaran.
Cheers. Thanks very much.